Art is something that someone could come in and appreciate. The work that you put into something, they come in and almost get emotional about it. My name is John McInnes. I'm the owner of Absolute Perfection Auto Detailing. It's in Goldsboro, North Carolina. I serve Eastern North Carolina, Goldsboro, Fayetteville, Raleigh, Jacksonville, New Bern. Get folks coming from all over the East Coast. Me growing up was always a challenge. You know, things didn't come easily to me. You know, I had to really work hard, and but one thing I was good at was work with my hands, and when I do something, I want it done right. The name Absolute Perfection is a huge challenge because in reality, can you ever get something absolutely perfect? I mean, to most people, they'd be like, oh wow, I mean, that's amazing what you just did, but there's always something you could take to the next level. You know, obviously, when you get a vehicle detailed or when you do something, you want it to the best of your ability. You want, you know, the most quality work. So the name Absolute Perfection really puts a name on that, a stamp on that, and it sets an expectation. For a lot of people, their vehicles are their babies. You know, a vehicle is typically the second most expensive thing that someone owns. You know, their house being the first, vehicles being the second. You know, so a vehicle tells a lot about someone. It's their pride and joy, and same thing for me growing up. You know, I bought my first vehicle, my truck. I mean, that was my baby. I still wish I had that truck. That's how much I love that little pickup truck. You know, and I always took care of it. I didn't know what I was doing. Looking back, and it's kind of comical. You know, I'm over there washing it with, you know, cheap soap and, you know, probably not the best methods, and you know, I did the best I could for what I had, you know. And then once I got my car, you know, that was my dream car, you know, it just progressed into that. And then, you know, taking care of coworkers' vehicles, they'd be like, oh, let me take care of your vehicle for you, and then come to me and say, hey, can you take care of my vehicle? Because you're really picky about yours. I'm like, sure, no problem. You know, let me take it home for you and clean it up and go from there. So that's how detailing started for me, was just taking care of my own stuff, taking care of friends, families' vehicles, and it just snowballed into what it is now. When I'm working on a vehicle, I pretend that the owner of the vehicle is actually sitting there behind me watching, like, holy moly, that's like top notch what he's doing to my baby right there. That's like, wow, I didn't know you could clean that right there. I didn't know you could get the paint looking that perfect. That's what drives me. You know, I have a 2018 Corvette Grand Sport the other day. Brand new, 1,000 miles on it. The customer came in, and the first thing he said, smile on his face. I didn't know it'd get any shinier than it did when I picked it up. I mean, that right there that was amazing payment. I mean, that was a pat on my back, you know, a shake of the hand. That did it for me, you know. I was happy. My first high-end vehicle was a Dodge Viper. A friend of mine, he brought it to my house at my home garage, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I get that same effect when a customer brings me their Silverado. A lot of times folks ask me, hey John, why did you pick Goldsboro for your business? Why would you want a quality detail shop in Goldsboro? I mean, it's a small community, about 40,000 people or so. Well, you know, I grew up here. You know, my dad was Air Force, we were military, so we moved a couple places, but we moved here when I was about 8 years old. And I really love Goldsboro. You know, it's a great community. I mean, people came to me and said, John, Goldsboro cannot support what you want to do, what you're doing. I mean, I could have listened to them, but I took that as an opportunity to prove them wrong. So 10 years ago, if someone came to me and said, John, in 10 years, you're going to own your own business and be really successful and doing what you love, I would have laughed. I mean, I would have, looking back, I would have been blown away. Like, there's no way. Accidentally falling into something you love, and you know, going from taking care of your own vehicles to, you know, taking care of other people's vehicles as a hobby. I, you know, started in my home garage and I moved into the location in downtown Goldsboro. I really love being downtown. You know, the location was an amazing stepping stone from going from the house garage to actually having a shop front and be able to serve the customers better, be able to store more vehicles. I was at that location 3 years, and moving to this new location has been fantastic. You know, it's a cleaner look. You know, being the name Absolute Perfection, you want your building to look amazing, and people think it's brand new, and it's 20 years old. But you know, taking care of the property should be, you know, hand in hand with what comes out the doors, right? I mean, it should look really nice, professional. When you leave here, I give you a paper in your hand that actually has do's and don'ts on what to do with your car. Stuff you probably know. I want, you know, to give the knowledge of, hey, this is how you take care of it from here on out. You know, if you need, you know, more care later, I'm here for you. If you have more questions for you, I'm here for you. And that's what it's all about, taking care of the babies, taking care of the cars. With the realm of detailing, you have a whole new aspect that, you know, people are beginning to learn about is paint coatings, ceramic coatings. With that, you know, back in 2011, 2012, C-Courts approached me as becoming an installer for them. And I'm really blessed for the opportunity. They, you know, they saw something in me that, hey, this guy's quality, puts out quality work, strives to, you know, always be learning, always be on his game as far as, you know, proper techniques and putting out the most amazing work he could possibly do. So they approached me with that, and to be, you know, 1% of 1% in North America to offer C-Courts is amazing. You know, whether it's C-Courts Professional, C-Courts Finest Reserve. I mean, I'm truly blessed and blown away that, you know, I have that opportunity. And there's only like 100 installers in North America. I'm in Eastern North Carolina as an installer for Eastern North Carolina. That's humbling, that's awesome. My hardest thing as a business is myself. No one would ever see that tiny little hairline scratch, you know, little tiny scratch. But inspecting the paint, you know, I look at it and say, that's not perfect. I need to do that panel one more time. I need to get this car as perfect as possible. Do the car the justice it deserves. And when that customer comes and picks it up, they're just blown away. My goal has always been quality, and it will always be quality.